What's up, guys? It's Brett here from Boofy Bois Sports, bringing you week 1 of my NFL predictions. So to start out, we have the Ravens and the Chiefs week 1 game. So my prediction is it's going to be a field goal type of game. It's going to be the Chiefs 27-24 Ravens. I believe we'll see some flashes from Xavier Worthy, and Lamar Jackson's going to do his best, but he never does versus the Chiefs. We have a game on Friday night. It is the Packers versus the Eagles. I think it's going to be a blowout. Eagles, I don't have trust in Jordan Love yet. I think it's going to be 31-14 Eagles. We have a 12 o'clock game Central Time between the Panthers and the Saints. I think the Saints defense is going to show up against Bryce Young and his untrustworthy offense. We're going to have a score of 21-13 because I don't believe in the Saints offense either. Then another 12 o'clock game, we have the Vikings and the Giants. I believe that this is going to be a low scoring game and no one's going to watch this game between two terrible quarterbacks. I think the Vikings are going to squeak out with a 12-9 victory, as it's just going to be field goals. We expect a lot of rushing attempts and no one doing anything. Next, we have the Patriots and the Bengals, and I think the Patriots are absolutely going to blow out the Bengals. Just kidding. No way at all that happens. It's going to be a complete blowout. Joe Burrow might even sit the fourth quarter. It's going to be, I'm going to say 35-13. Then we have the Steelers and the Falcons. This is going to be a good game, I believe. It's going to be heavily defense incentivized. We're going to see some flashes from Bijan Robinson. Also, Drake London's going to get probably 6 to 7 catches. Kyle Pitts might show up at some point. And who knows, Russell Wilson could be booed off stage and we see Justin Fields week 1. I think we're all looking forward to that. I still have the Falcons winning 28-21. It's going to be a one-score game, as in a touchdown. Then we also have the Texans and the Colts. This is also going to be a heavily anticipated game between Mr. CJ Stroud and Anthony Richardson. We didn't get to see a whole lot of that due to Anthony Richardson's injury last year. I think this is going to be a really high-scoring game. I think it's going to be 35-21. I don't think Anthony Richardson is going to show up like he's supposed to, but I think he's still going to put in some work for our fantasy teams. Next, we have the Cardinals and the Bills. I think we're going to see a totally new Cardinals offense with Kyler Murray actually doing pretty good, but I don't think he's going to do enough to overcome the Bills' new offense, which we still don't know how it's going to be. I still think Josh Allen's going to show up. It's going to be quite a lower score for the Bills. It's going to be 21-16, kind of a weird score, but I believe that's what's going to happen. The Cardinals are going to keep trying to get Matt Prater to kick some field goals to keep them close, but it's just not going to work out for the Cardinals. Next, we have a game that I'm really looking forward to. It's the Bears versus the Titans. We get to see Caleb Williams week 1, who looks pretty good in preseason. Can't wait to see how he actually performs. But we have Will Levis versus Caleb Williams. I think this is actually going to be quite a high-scoring game. It's going to be 24-17 Bears. Next, we have the Jaguars and the Dolphins. I don't see any way the Dolphins lose this game unless they just absolutely don't show up. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game, 35-21 Dolphins, with Tyreek Hill and Devin Achane going completely off here. Next, we have the Broncos and the Seahawks, probably a game nobody's going to watch between Geno Smith and Bo Nix. People might show up for Bo Nix to see. I think the Seahawks pull it out, though, with the 21-14 victory. Next, we have the Raiders and the Chargers. Everybody's going to be there to watch the Chargers' new head coach and Jim Harbaugh, so we'll see how that happens. I think it's going to be a heavy rushing game for the Chargers. I think their Chargers will pull it out, though, kind of low scoring, 17-6. I don't think the Raiders are really going to put up that many points. I could be totally wrong, though. Next, we have the game of the week, I think as they're calling it, and that is the Cowboys versus the Browns. This should be a very good game, very close game in my opinion, even though I am a Cowboys fan. I think it's going to be a 24-21 victory from the Cowboys, but I think the Browns defense is going to do everything they can. And I predict that Deshaun Watson does actually show up for this game, and we get to see a little bit of him pre all of the scandal. Next, we have the Commanders and the Buccaneers. We get to see Jalen Daniels, which I'm very excited to see how he performs. I think it's going to be a mid-range scoring game. I think it's going to be 21-14 still, with with the Buccaneers taking it, I think Baker Mayfield and having that defense that actually knows what they're doing is going to be a lot better than this whole new Commanders team that we're going to get to see. Next, we have a really good game, should be a really good game between the Lions and the Rams. I think it's going to be a very high-scoring game. I think the Rams are going to show up, and they're going to only put up 28 points, though, but I think the Lions are going to put up 42 points. They're pretty mad about last season, and they got something to prove. Then finally, we got the Monday night game that I think everybody's looking forward to with Mr. Aaron Rodgers showing up and the 49ers. I predict the Jets absolutely destroy the 49ers. Just kidding. I think the 49ers are going to put the hurt on them, and it's going to be 49-24. The Jets are not going to know what's happening. The Jets defense is going to get destroyed, and everybody is going to call that Aaron Rodgers is washed for week 1. What do you guys think? How do you like my picks? Hopefully they match up for yours. We'll revisit this next week to see how right and just how wrong I was. Thank you for watching, and subscribe for more.